asking, how many of you in the past 30 days have faced a confrontation that was really scary? Raise your hand if you have. Yeah, how many of you screwed it up? Yeah, we all do. We all have challenges with this. They happen all of a sudden. The CFO in a healthcare organization just recently came in a panic to one of her colleagues and said, how do I handle this? Evidently, the COO had just handed receipts in for reimbursement, one of which said he wanted to be reimbursed a fair sum of money for a purchase from viagrafix.com. This CFO didn't want to make the reimbursement, but at the same time was a little bit nervous about going and talking about your Viagra needs. This is sort of an uncomfortable thing to try to have to deal with. We all face crucial confrontations. Here's the challenge. They come on us all of a sudden. They come on us at home. They come on us at work. They come at us with direct reports. They come at us with peers and bosses. So here's the first thing I want to discuss with you this morning. With a nod to Jeff Foxworthy. Any of you familiar with him? Yeah, you just may be a redneck if, and with sort of apologies to him, I want to share with you some of the signs that you may need to watch for that are evidence that you may have a crucial confrontation you need to hold. Here's one. You may be facing a crucial confrontation if your spouse is using Photoshop to edit your face out of all the family snapshots. So often in our personal relationships, we'll let problems fester and grow, and we won't deal with the concerns. Or if we do it in a way that actually provokes more problems. 84%. In one area, a nurse said there's another nurse here that just doesn't get it around assessment. In fact, when she's with a kid in this pediatric institution, after she walks out, we run in to make sure everything's still okay. The other day, I passed her coming out of the room with a little boy and said, how's he doing? And she said, oh, he'll be fine. And I walked in and he was turning blue. He was about to code. I immediately called for a crash cart and started to CPR. And then we asked the question of those who said, we know people who just don't get things. How long has this been going on? The most common answer was between 1 and 5 years. The second most common answer was 5 years or more. And then we asked the most important question. Has anybody dealt with this? Have you or anybody else spoken up, confronted it, not just made a sarcastic comment now and again, but sat down with the person and fully shared your concerns? Only 1 in 10 answered yes. Second, job satisfaction and retention. I talked with a nurse a while back, still got her license and everything, but now she's working for the IRS. I don't know if that's moving up or down in your career. What do you think? Now working for the IRS, and it all traced back to one crucial confrontation with a doctor who offended her that she was not able to hold particularly well. So she gave up. She quit. She moved to another place. And this is a common story. Can nurses talk directly to problem teammates? One of the things we thought at the beginning of this study was that most of the nurses' concerns would be with doctors. Well, you know better than I did when I started this. The truth is, most of nurses' concerns are with other nurses. In fact, more than half of nurses today have considered quitting because of problems with a teammate, a direct report, or some other nurse in their organization that they don't feel that they can resolve. Productivity. We talk about nursing shortages. I'd like to suggest in some ways there isn't one. There are many nurses that are not practicing nurses today that have left because of their dissatisfaction with exerting influence in the care setting, not being able to practice what they know well how to do. There are many other nurses today that are not nearly as productive as they could be. They're sort of retired in place and withholding effort and energy, and a lot of you are picking up the slack for them because we are unsuccessful at dealing with concerns with them. Finally, patient safety and medical errors. Do we confront broken rules, mistakes, or near mistakes? In a NICU, I heard of a nurse who, before she would start an IV with a really sick little baby, would click the finger out of her glove. Is this good or bad? Yeah, can I hear it louder? Just want to make sure I understood this right. Yeah, this is absolutely terrible. And we all know why she might do this. The issue was, as we talked to nurses around her, we asked how long this had been going on. For about 2 years. And then we asked, what have you done about it? Has anybody confronted it? Has anybody challenged her? The answer was no. The answer was no. Patient safety, medical errors, productivity, job satisfaction, quality of care are fundamentally a function, ladies and gentlemen, of our ability to confront problems in the care setting. The problem, folks, is not that we have problems. Every organization has problems. The problem is that we can't confront, discuss, and resolve them. Unless and until we're able to do that, we'll continue to suffer unacceptable level of problems and turnover and frustration in delivering the kind of care that we want to deliver.